Hey guys, my name's Jeffrey and I am a trans guy. So pretty much I'm just gonna tell you my story. I came out to my friends and family with a nice little 3-page letter for them to read. And it actually went over 1,000 times better than I thought it would. I'm actually super pissed because I already had a pre-T video edited up on my computer, and then I decided that I wanted to change my name on my computer and accidentally clicked some button to restore the entire freaking computer. So now all of that is lost, and all of my voice updates every week up until like 10 weeks on T are gone. So mourning that loss. But I'm just gonna start here because there's nothing else I can do. So I guess I should start from the beginning. From a young age, I knew I was different, but I didn't really know what that different meant. I knew I was not like everyone else, but I didn't know why. The word tomboy was really commonly used to describe me. I made friends with all the boys in the neighborhood, and we played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I had no idea at the time what gender was, or that I was a girl, or even if I was a boy. I just didn't really know. I didn't care. I was a kid. I ran around, did what I wanted, and didn't really care. I wanted to play baseball like nobody's business. For Halloween, 3 years in a row, I dressed up like a baseball player. That was what I wanted to be. I drug my mom down to the field in my neighborhood and I made her pitch balls to me. I never had friends that were girls going through school. I just didn't really feel included or like I was a part of them. I just had super high anxiety when it came to like hanging out with groups of large groups of girls because I was on the girls' soccer team. When I was little, we would have sleepovers, and I just remember just hating every second of it and just counting down the seconds so I could go home. It just felt like such an outsider. Another thing I remember is going to bed at night, and in my dream, I was a guy. And I would wake up the next morning and just be so torn down. I literally thought that I was going to go to bed one night and wake up like a guy. It was very overwhelming and defeating to have to go through that. Wearing dresses was just torture. I was so jealous of all the dudes that got to wear like the ties and the button downs and the nice pants. That's all I wanted to wear, but I was sitting there in a stupid looking dress. I was such a shy kid that there was no way I was going to be vocal about like any of this that I was going through, any of the discomfort I was feeling in the body. So I pretty much like lived in silence for a long time. And then that silence kind of turned into denial and then trying to fit in, and then there's nothing I can do. I have to make myself happy, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's gone on for too long, and it can't go on any longer. Just got to that point. Middle school and high school were pretty torturous. We wore uniforms and I had to wear the skirt because I remember wanting to wear the pants, but after a few days of wearing that, none of the other girls were wearing them and I kind of got picked on, and I didn't feel like what I was doing was helping my social case in any way, so I went back to the skirts and pretty much tried to be as much of a girl as I could. I ate lunch like by myself every day for a while. I have vivid memories of that. I think I felt like I needed to get attention or something or make friends, and so I decided that being the class clown and getting at detention pretty much every day was the way to go, and that was obviously not a good idea. So after that, I kind of calmed down and went back into my shell and ate lunch by myself again. When I got to college, things really kind of took a turn for the worst. I did some things I regret out of not feeling comfortable with myself. I was not in a good place for a few years. I would go on chat rooms and pose as a guy and talk to girls as a guy, and as creepy as that sounds, it made me really happy. I had never felt more belonging or natural in my entire life. And that's not a good thing, seeing as that I was online being someone who I wasn't. In college, I ran all throughout high school and middle school. Sophomore year of college, I just threw myself into running, and it was the biggest escape. All I thought about was running. All I wanted to do was run. In my free time, I'd research running, and it was my escape. Fast forward to my 5th year of college, which was my last year. I was starting to embrace who I was. I was making friends that were part of the LGBT community. It really helped me feel better about myself. I came out as a lesbian at the beginning of that school year. Everyone says, oh, when you come out, you'll feel like a weight lifted off your chest. Well, the weight only felt heavier when I came out, so I was like, this is not right. So I did some self-discovery, met a few friends, one friend in particular who really helped me out, and I came out as transgender in March of 2015 to a roommate that I was super close with. After that, I just came out to everyone else. The support was amazing. Anyone who's scared of coming out, don't be. You build it up in your head to be this horrible, scary thing, and then when it happens, you're like, oh, alright, that happened. What was so hard, scary about that? Nothing. And then the weight was finally lifted off my chest. And I was like, okay, this is right. And then after that, I went to a gender therapist, got diagnosed with gender identity disorder. I started testosterone June 10th, 2015. Right now, I'm 85 days on T. I've never felt happier or more secure in myself before. Ever. This is in no way the easy path. But for me, it was the only path. Every day I wake up and look in the mirror and recognize myself, I know that it's worth it because I know what it feels like to wake up and just look at a stranger staring back at you. It's the worst feeling. So yeah, this is my first video. Even if I just help one person, that's all that matters. That's kind of a backstory. So I don't really know how to end this video. I'm just gonna get up and walk away.